welcome back to another episode of Steph's Design Space. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so super excited about today. I have something new coming to the shop. Next week on the 13th is my release, and these beautiful things will be released. Now this is the completed version. Let me show you what's actually coming to the shop. So this is what is coming. So it's like a DIY little mini folio, little mini notebook. Yes, that's what it is. Okay, so this is the one that I created because I wanted to know what I was doing before I just hopped onto YouTube. And so I just took, these are the words. I started cutting them out individually, and I'm like, yeah, that was quite silly for me to do that. But here they are because I like those words. I did cut them in half and put them in there. So if you notice, these can be used all throughout this journal or notebook. This right here is the inside pocket. So these two, so you have this pocket, and then I have this one. I did decide to get my little eyelet setter out with some elastic and set it so I could have a way to close it. So that's just one way to do it, and I did it this way so I could hide it behind here, except it's coming undone because I did not use the proper glue. So let me fix that right now. I think I used hot glue, and as good as hot glue works on some things, apparently not this. And let me just say, I hate Fabri-Tac. It is not making my soul happy, and I don't know if somebody knows why it's not making my soul happy, but it's just not. It's a hot mess. But I think it may be because I like storing my glues upside down, because I like them to be like ready to use, if that makes sense. So maybe it just doesn't like to be stored upside down, which it needs to get over it, because that's how I like to store my glues. Anywho, that's how that goes. So I'm going to do one for y'all today to kind of show you how I did it. So this is the field notes one. And then I have a crime notes. Make sure y'all can see that. I think I have y'all zoomed in a little too much. There we go. Let me bring it out a little bit. You know, see my big thighs? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, the crime notes, and the words are different. So this has everything to do with like true crime. And then I just have this really pretty rose one. At least I think it's really pretty. So you fold it in half right there. So gorgeous. Then I have this black and white flower on like coffee dyed looking paper. And then this last one that's going to be in the website for this release is actually a sneak peek to an entire kit that is coming. Beauty and the Beast. Now, y'all know I do not do Disney stuff because Disney is full of copyrights, trademarks, and I'm not about that. However, the original Beauty and the Beast is not. It is in public domain, and that's what this is. So this is the actual Beast and Beauty or Belle, etc., etc. So anyway, just so y'all know, I am not breaking my own rules as far as not doing Disney. This is in public domain, therefore I can use it. Alright, had to get a drink. Okay, now let's get down to business. I think I want to do this one. Right now, I really like the black and white flowers, so I think I'm going to do that one. This is super, super easy to do. Now, you can do it one of two ways. You can get out scissors. Well, you can do it multiple ways. You can get out scissors. You can get out like the gyro cutter, or you can be extra like me and just get out the, because even with scissors, I feel like I still cannot cut straight. It gets wonky, or I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't, if I can avoid using scissors at all costs, like, yeah. Okay, so these measure, like this is 7 inches, I want to say. Well, I guess if I turned it, let me cut it. I think it's a 7 by 5. I know I created it, but I don't. I create so many different things with so many different sizes. I don't remember them all. I do want to say that this is a 7 by 5, and we will double check my math here momentarily. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these as well. Just line it up. So how is everybody, while I'm doing the mundane task of cutting these, how is everybody doing? I am going to definitely be on here more, at least more consistently. I'm not sure about how many days yet. I do have a series that I want to start, like intro to junk journaling, making simple things, things that make me happy. I just held a class on intro to junk journaling, and I had some new people join, and so I would like to do some introduction type projects, and I have those, like making clusters. I have a box full of cluster making things and so forth and so on. So it has served my purpose as well to do that. Just get it all out there. Okay. Ow. Oh, I just hit my knee. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and fold it directly in half. So you're just lining up the two corners and then you fold. And I want to see, oh good, it is dang near perfect with the fold. So I was doing it on my software, and I wanted to make sure like this is exactly where the fold is. So that is awesome. Let me get my bone folder out. Okay, this glue is in my way. Makes it lumpy. Okay. Now we know I'm going to need ink. So do I want vintage photo? I think I want something a bit darker. Let me grab my walnut stain or ground espresso. They look very similar. This one's not quite as dark, so we're going to go with that. And before I do anything else, I am going to ink it up. Is this not the coolest dauber ever? Yes, it is. So this is actually from a antique spindle, and I found these when we were treasure hunting, and I'm just gonna say this is a sneak peek as to something that is in the large, the 25-day of Christmas Advent box. And that pre-order is happening on the 17th. Unless you are a patron, and then you get to pre-order on, I want to say the 10th, whatever next Monday is. So today is, don't even know. Today's the 6th. So yeah, I think the 10th is Monday. So my patrons at all levels get to pre-order the 12 or the 25-day box. I do have limited numbers. Last year it sold out I have no doubt that this year it will also sell out. And this is going to be in there, in the 25-day one. So this would sit on a spindle and had thread all around it back in the day. I thought it was super cool, and I love having a unique dauber, and then I don't lose this one. Like, I can always see it and find it. It's long enough to go in like a pin holder, and then it's always like right there. I can always find it, so love that. Okay, so this is the front of the cover. Now I'm thinking that I want to get something. I want to do this one a little bit different than I did the previous one. So I think I want to, oh yeah, that's gonna look good. Do I want that color? Do I want just gold? No. And I don't think rose gold is gonna look good. I know, well, I say I know silver won't, but. And I'm just gonna try silver. I'm just gonna try all the colors. No, I definitely like the brass. So I'm gonna keep those out because I really want to use those. That's exciting. Okay, now to get the papers, and I don't know how I do that. I always get ink on me somehow and smudge it, but that's okay. That's junk journaling. Okay, so we have that. Now I have here 5 pieces of coffee dyed paper. I do my own coffee dyeing, and sometimes there's like still like little coffee grounds, because I seriously, I don't have a major formula. We do pressed coffee, French press, and so we always have grounds, and so I just keep the grounds, and then I even dump the grounds in there because sometimes it gives it like texture and all the things, but it also can leave like the little, once it's dried, the grounds can be on here, so I'm just getting that off. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, because my, where is my, I just had my good ruler. Okay, can I just say these nails looked way cuter in the box. I'm not thrilled with them, but it's what I have. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut these together. So 5 pages is actually gonna make 10 pages in the book, because remember, once you fold it, now you've doubled the amount of writable pages, if that makes sense, and you'll see kind of what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, this is, let me get this as a thing. Okay, so I need it to be, and I want to say this is 7, but I don't want it exactly 7. I want it to be 6 and like 7/8. And then I would think I want this 4 7/8, because this is 5, and I want it to be inside the book a little bit, so it's going to be 4 7/8. This is the greatest ruler ever, because it literally has every single line, you know what the number is. Great for like intricate measuring. Okay. How did I cut this last time? This was the 4 7/8, because I'm going to use it like this. Okay. I know I keep doing that, but I need it to be like as lined up as possible. So now I'm gonna take these little clips that I got at Dollar Tree, just to kind of keep it lined up and clipped together. And you know, it's okay if it's not perfect. All right, so this is gonna be 4 7/8. And then the next one is going to be from this point four 7/8, and then going across here is going to be 6 7/8. So, oh, wrong way, because it's a total of 7 inches. So I'm just going to line this up right here, make my line. Okay, so now I have my lines, and I'm going to get out my paper trimmer and just cut these 5 sheets of paper together to the best of my ability. If it's not perfect, it's not perfect. I can live with not perfect. It'll be closer than if I tried to cut it with scissors. And I've seen some people, like, they just guesstimate and they fold it and then they cut it with the razor and all the things. That is not my life. Now I'm saving these for clusters. So I have an entire box over here that is for nothing but clusters. I started doing that instead of just throwing all of my scraps into one thing. If it's the size that I would use to make a cluster, then I have a box for clusters, and that seems to be working out really well. Okay, here's one. And there is 2, and the same with these. So these are going to be perfect for clusters. All right, so now I'm just going to smush these together to the best of my ability. Put this back down in this little holder down here. Okay, now it does make it hard when they're like folded or whatever, but this is close enough. See, they're not exactly, but it is close enough. And now I am going to fold them. Little bone folder. If you don't have a bone folder, you can use the back of scissors to do that. You can get this when you get it in your thing and use it. Anything. I've used the top of my glue stick to, you know, kind of get that good and folded down. I'm trying to find the center. There we go. So I'm just kind of creasing the center really well like that. Alright, so we have a good fold. And now all we need to do is, so the last one I did, I stapled it. I am lazy. I'm a lazy crafter. I don't mind sewing things at all. And stitching it together, like using an owl and all of that. But honestly, little things like this, I don't want to spend that kind of time doing that. So I staple it. So I have this handy dandy stapler I got off of Amazon. I will link it in the description box for you. I like this because you can do books. Not really thick ones. I'm not gonna sit here and like, if it was any thicker than this, I probably wouldn't be doing it, but it can handle these. Now, I don't like the staple to be sticking out on this side. I would rather it be in the middle because then I can like cover that up or do whatever I need to do. So that being said, I need to take, there's too much stuff on this little desk. And another good thing about stapling, let's say if I, make a mistake or it's all wonky somehow or another, it's much easier to remove a staple than it is to unsew something, if that makes sense. So, oh, I didn't think that through, did I? There we go. Okay. That looks about center. So I've got that one. Take that off. And I am going to do more than 3. I'm doing what, a total of 5. The last one I just did 3. Yeah, that one didn't sound right. Okay. And here we are. Okay. So, yes, you can see the staples on the outside, but that is why I used lace on the outside to cover that up. And it also gives it a really nice touch. Now that it's all together, some of these are uneven, and that is where I will get out my scissors, my big ones, and kind of even it up a little bit. Okay. That looks good. Again, it's not perfect, and I'm perfectly okay with that. It's not, to me, junk journaling isn't about perfection. It's about creating something beautiful, and that is what all of this is. Now, what do I want to cover that with? I have so many things I can use. I was looking for my small, but maybe I will just use some. Let me see how this looks. This is almost transparent. This is my faux rice paper. I think that kind of takes away from the flowers. I probably should have sewn it, hindsight being what it is. Now this is my faux rice paper, and I'm thinking I kind of like that. It gives it like a leathery feel and look. But I don't think that's what I'm going to do. Lace, it is. Now if I can find the lace that I want. This is, no. The problem with the lace is it covers that up. I really should have sewn this one because okay, I have decided that I am gonna sew it. It was just too much of a hot mess express and I didn't like it. So I need to get this exactly how I want it because I don't want to cover up these flowers. And to cover up the staples I would have to do that. So like I said, taking staples out is far easier than unsewing something. So now I know. Okay, so this goes here. And this goes here. Now, I use this, but I'm going to actually try a trick that I saw someone else use. She got a big dictionary. I don't feel like getting up and getting my big dictionary, but I have this book that I use for book pages. And I am just going to set it in the crease, like so. So I wish she had a big dictionary because it would hold it up. Okay, fine. I will go get a big dictionary. Okay, let me take this off. And this is the life, people. This is the life of a junk journaler. And I'm not going to edit out all the things. Some things, yes. But most things, no. Because I want you to see that it does just take... It's not, you know, I watch a lot of YouTube videos and it makes me feel inadequate sometimes, and then I realize, okay, Steph, you know from, as a content creator, how much of that was probably edited out. Alright, so I'm going to go in the middle, and this is an owl, by the way, an AWL, and then I'm going to go there, and then I'm going to go here. So that should have poked me all the way through. Alright, now I already have my string on a needle, and I always start in the middle. Come on. Oh, the eye is kind of big. There we go. And then I'm going to go up, back through here, where this hole is. The eye is a bit big for the hole that I punched, but so be it. Okay, so we have that one, and then I am going to go back through the middle. And then from the middle, I am going to go, where's my hole? I don't see my hole, so I'm going to make one right there. And usually, like I said, I would use a piece of styrofoam like this. I think I prefer it, because I can get the owl down to where it's a little bit thicker. And I will link the set that I got down below as well. Another mess for me to clean up. Story of my life. Okay. Oops. Let me do that. So that is through there, and then I'm going to go back down through the middle again. Sorry, I'm pulling this to me because there we go. Yeah, I am not a seamstress. Not pretending to be a seamstress. Okay. And then I am going to go under this one, and I am going to tie the knot on the outside because I should have done it the other way, but I didn't, and that's okay because I can still tie my knot here, and I'm going to go under this side. Because the important part is that it's not going to come undone, right? Okay. And no, that is not going to come undone. And now we have a cute little thing. Okay, and then I am just going to trim this. Now, to keep that from raveling, I burn it. Make it a little bit shorter. There we go, and that kind of fused together. Okay, take those off, and ta-da! I now have a book that's put together, sturdy, not gonna come apart, all the things. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is the paper wants to be like open. I want to be open. And what I'm going to do is two things. I want to put these corners on first. So these I got, I think, off of Amazon. Get my pliers out. Super simple. You just push it. I mean, you just put it, really make sure it's on the corner, and then smush it down. I think smush is one of my favorite words. Okay, so we've smushed that one down. Because it has, like, on the inside, I don't know if y'all can see on the inside, probably not. But it has, like, little grippy things. So when you smush it down, it actually, like, goes into the paper. So they're not gonna slide off. And then I'm gonna do the two on the back. Oh, wrong way. Alright. And these are just little pliers. I don't know. I think honestly I got this set at Hobby Lobby in the jewelry making section. You can get them anywhere. Amazon, Home Depot, Walmart. Like, they're just pliers. Okay, so now I have my little book corners on. God, it's so stinking cute. But I do want a way to fasten it, and I don't want to do the elastic through the back. Because I want to do, like, I want to try different methods, right? So, where is it? Oh, there it is. I am going to get my crocodile out. And hopefully I have small. Oh, they're not very, well, I don't want them too small anyway. Okay, so these are like the brass colored. So I'm going to use those. Okay. I am going to get my ruler out though. Let's do for real center, not pretend center. Oh, I could use this, huh? Okay. So this right here is center. Alright, and I don't want it to go too high. Alright, let me get this open. Those are a bigger one. So I am going to take my little crocodile and punch a hole right there. And I want it to, again, hindsight being what it is. I could have done this already, like before I put the papers in. But half the time, I don't know about y'all, but half the time, I don't know what I'm going to do until it's time to start doing it. Does that make sense? Like, I didn't know this was exactly what I was going to do until I got here. Okay. Let me get that out, and I'm going to put my little eyelet in the hole. And smush, my favorite word. Smush it. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing right here. I love my crocodile. I use it for so many things. Smush it. Perfect. Now, the good thing is, I don't know what that came off of. The good thing is that these are going to cover up this thing right here. So this is going to cover up. Well, these are a bit on the short side. I'll have to adjust that. So let's ink up the ends with my fancy inker. And these are going to serve as pockets, but not only do they serve as pockets, but they also serve to hide any of these little things that you're doing, right? So, like that is going to be a pocket, but it's going to hide the brad, and it's going to hide like the inside of the book plate or corners. Y'all know what I'm saying, because I don't. Words are hard for me sometimes. Okay, a little more ink on here. Ink this up. And we're almost done. I am going to have to find a piece of little lace, though, to close it. But that'd be easy enough. Okay, let me put you there. I wonder how well this double-sided tape will work. I'm gonna try it because hot glue didn't stick. All right, I want the flower down. So this is gonna be down. So I'm gonna take this double-sided tape. Seems pretty sturdy. Now sometimes it is a pain. To peel it. Oh, you know what? Dang it. Should have done this, but there we go. I like the fact that it tears super easy though. Like I don't have to get out my scissors and all of that. Okay. Go back. And here, let me get my fancy smancy tweezers. This is kind of like the, you know, the double-sided tape you roll, except I feel like this is a little sturdier, and maybe I do take my glue gun and just to help it out a little extra on the metal parts. And then we have our little pocket. So we have our pocket. Oh, I didn't think that through, did I? I surely did not think that through. Because honestly, the brad should have went on this side. Okay, that is easy enough to fix. We just need a hole. No. So it's still gonna hide the brad, but I do need a hole. No, I'm gonna have to use the other side for the lace to go through. Okay, hindsight being what it is, I should have done that. But now y'all get to see the realness. Like, it's just real. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm not gonna switch it up because why? I've already inked that. Alright, double-sided tape. See, this right here makes me want to just be like, okay, this video is trash. I'm not gonna show y'all because it's not perfect. I should have done things differently. But you know what? That's real life, and I want y'all to see. Like, I try to be as authentic as I can. Because I am far from perfect. My crafting is far from perfect. And sometimes, you know, when you do things like this, you find happy accidents. Like, things that work better or what have you. So don't ever be afraid to just do it. You're not gonna ruin it. And let's just say, I don't know how this would be ruined, but let's just pretend like I'm like, oh my gosh, this is ruined, I can't use it. I could still use it for something. Like, it's not trash worthy. It's still usable. Okay, so I am going to do the same thing as I did. Kind of give it a little extra oomph on the metal. With the whole spider webby thing that happens with the glue gun. Okay. Gonna stick that down. But I know that I have to punch a hole. Okay. Okay, this is the front. It's gonna look cute. Like, all the little idiosyncrasies, like, nobody would have noticed that if I would have just posted it, right? I only notice it because I'm in the middle of doing it. You only know it's there because I'm showing you. Now I am gonna cut just this in half so I can stick it in the pocket. Now to find a little piece of lace or twine. I have this. I just don't know how, I don't like it. I don't like how it's not as pliable as I need it to be. Okay, this is very white. Let me make sure it's long enough. So I am going to stick it through. Yeah, it's going to be long enough. Okay, so this is what I do when I have really like white pieces, but I don't need it to be that white. I just add ink. And voila, it is no longer white. And it's all twisty and turny, which makes it, it's like trying to ink up a toddler. Stand still. Let me fix your hair. Okay, let me get the other side. Super easy. Just, if you have really white stuff like lace or anything, ink is your friend. And I use Tim Holtz Ranger Distress Oxide, and a lot of my stuff. I have a ridiculous amount. We're not going to talk about that. That's a whole nother video on Stephanie's ink addiction. Okay, so I want this to go through both of these. Okay, this is getting kind of wonky. Okay, I need you to stay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Alright, so I just twist it the right way. And now I can now I have a cute little field notes with a lace closure that is sewn together. It has the corner protectors. Yep, so then I just take, and I would only pull it out of the front. I would leave it in the back. And now I can take my words that I want to use throughout, and I just stick them in the front pocket, and then I have them. And this can be used for anything. I mean, it can be a memory keeper. You can just make this like a mini journal. I know I have some friends who are doing like this whole true crime planner junk journal thing. And so they're going to use the true crime one for like actual notes and stuff like that. Honestly, you can throw this in your purse for an on-the-go, for a grocery list. Like, it is limitless what you can do with the pretty things that you make. So don't think it only has to be like a junk journal. It can be your everyday on-the-go planner. It can be whatever you want it to be. I wonder if I burn this, if it will help it. You would think I was a pyro. I'm really not. You know what? I'm going to kind of roll it. I know I can put tape on it. I don't want to, because then that gets all gunky. Okay, Stephanie, don't hold it with your fingers, goofball. Hold it, yes, with something else while you burn it together. Oh, I would love to say that helped. Oh, it did a little bit. Oh, it did. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we have that, and we just pull it and then tie it. And this is how you make your own little field note notebook using the DIY kits that will be in my shop on the 13th. So much more is coming to the shop. Like, I have 3 big kits, and my kits, my digital kits, are now 20 pages full of pockets and envelopes and all the things. Go check out my website. Make sure you're signed up for the newsletter. I do not spam y'all, because Honestly, in reality, y'all are lucky if y'all get 1 or 2 a month. Because I'm busy. I'm busy creating things and making things for you to enjoy. So don't forget, if you have not already, like, subscribe, ring the bell. You know you want one of these to make for yourself. I'm also going to have some starter kits in the shop, so if you don't have a bunch of supplies or you just want some different supplies, I'm going to have like a junk journal starter kit that you can use. I'm also going to have some scrapbook paper packs, and yeah, so, oh, and die cuts. So many die cuts are coming. I'm super, super excited for those. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your friends, go to the website, and until next time, y'all have a blessed day. Bye!